That's kind of sad though, because then it's like I have all this time in the world to reproduce why I'm a caterpillar. I'm like, I can't. But then as soon as it's a month, it's like, hey, you got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks. You're getting evicted after 2 weeks. Unorthodox reactions, unorthodox intro. Welcome back, guys, to another unorthodox reaction.
Welcome back.
Today, we have got for you a casual Geographic video, and it is why Octopus self-destruct after having ...
Too much food. Anyways, guys, this is Unorthodox Reactions. My item of the day is, I'm a very educational person. I like to, be smart. Some would say read, So I've got a library card. Oh, you can't really see. Okay, wait. Oh, it's just wait. What distance is it? Perfect. Can you see? Can you see? There we go. Some of you don't know what.
You just ruined our lighting, bro.
No, it's fine because they don't need to see me right now. They need to see the library card. Some of you don't know what Sabbath library is, but yeah, it's a community thing. But yeah, make sure you guys get your library cards as well, and you focus on your education because that is very important. What is your item of the day, Mr. I don't read?
Well, Mr.
My library card is pretty colorful. Whoa!
My item of the day is this. It's a mountain bracket.
Boo.
It can be used to hold up, those certain big egos that people have, and a lot of other non-essential stuff.
Boo.
Well, I feel like my versions of stories really diminish after going after yours because I just can't be bothered anymore because you waste so much freaking time.
No.
Anyway, without further ado, it's like almost 2 minutes in, and half of that was literally you stupidly saying,
"This is what we do. This is what we do."
Let's get right into the video.
Don't you dare. This can also be used as a bank card. For your books.
Yeah, a library card. It can be a bank card
too. They say when it comes to the pleasures of life, moderation is key. Well, if moderation is key, this fur quagmire is the expired debit card that only ever gets touched when you get locked out of your house. Before I even start, because I know
Speaking
how
of credit
are,
cards,
instead of using that 3-letter word to describe something sensually explicit, I'm just gonna say cooking. This is an anti-kindness, and it's a marsupial endemic to Australia. What those words mean is that it's actually closer to a kangaroo than to a mouse, and it can only be found one place in the world. A land where toilets flush backwards, the landlords have pouches, and the mascots an ravaged plush toy. Anyway, what earns the anti-kindness's video is that they take cooking very seriously. They have a short window to mate since their breeding season lasts 3 months, but they'll only be alive for 2 to 3 weeks, which is why male anti-kindnesses...
Wait, what? How does that work?
They're only alive for 2 to 3 weeks.
But the breeding season lasts 3 months.
Between that...
Okay, so between 3 months, then what? All of them are just trying to get at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mature faster and are ready to go before breeding season actually starts. Also, they can maximize their time in the kitchen. And once the male finally finds a partner to cook with...
This is funny because it reminds me of the Young Gun video where he references this as cooking as well.
Yeah. That's what everyone says.
It becomes more than just a TV show.
It is cooking.
Anti-kindness will have cooking sessions that can last up to 14 hours.
Oh my god.
And an overtime.
That's like
jollof. No recording process or anything. No foreplay, not even a 2-play. The male just marathons anything with a pulse on sight. And you do not want to know what my search history had to look like for me to know that.
Bro, his search history must be ridiculous. Researching these videos. Of course. Yeah. Of course it is. I 100% believe that.
No, you should 100%.
I do 100%.
Especially midgets as well.
Because NordVPN creates an encrypted tunnel
nice
to my data
segue.
and protects my
getting buried these.
My IP address, which is probably the only reason I'm not on a list yet. It's gotten to the point where if somebody walks in on me researching for a video, I'm honestly better off switching to the hub. At least that would be easier to explain than a Google search of how much liquid DNA can a blue whale produce. It's like 5 to 6 gallons, by the way. If it ever got leaked, I'd have to change area codes. Which is great because NordVPN lets you change your location and access one of over 5,000 servers in 60 different countries. If you want to watch SpongeBob but can't because you live in America and Netflix ain't with that, just know Australian Netflix got you. Also, Nord servers are super fast, so you never.
I'm actually getting NordVPN, man, because they keep like all these ads. all these ads keep talking about it. I might just get NordVPN because
You
my
need it.
Netflix. Yeah, I can't watch certain things on my Netflix.
Like,
Forgot, but I used to remember until I realized. Oh,
I
can't
think
watch
they have
it.
like the Flash and the DC TV series on Netflix in America, don't they?
I'm not gonna watch the Flash. Have you seen what we've seen about the Flash?
There's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go. Oh my
Inside
god!
joke.
I hope he's made another episode or a series of it. I want to watch it after.
I love his series.
Oh my god! Anyways, guys, what's Hydra?
Ads, trackers,
Sorry.
and malware.
Oh, we should have
Data
reacted to
from
it, but it's too
companies like-
long.
His videos are too long.
To get
Yeah.
the most out of your streaming services, go to nordvpn.com/casual geographic to cop a huge discount on a 2-year plan. And with
Nowhere
Nord's
to
30-day
run.
money-back guarantee, it's basically
Why are
just
we still
free.
watching this
Meaning you
ad?
can always pull out
Because
and
he's
nobody has to
actually
get
did
hurt.
a good
Which is more than I
job, like making it entertaining.
Yeah,
and
he did. I'm
focused.
not entertaining, but he segued
He
pretty
did
well.
make it.
No,
He threw a
transitioned
couple
pretty
jokes in there.
Nah.
He segued nicely. He came back, related it to the video. He made it
So,
work.
well,
okay,
you know what? Let's
It's
start
not like
ranking
it's kind
ads.
of-
Let's start ranking ads now. What would you
that's
rank
not
this ad?
fair.
No,
Because
what
the
would you
internet
rank this?
historian is always going to be
Yeah,
the top.
okay, cool. But what would you rank his ad right now?
Well, out of 10.
Yeah. No, you just said creativity,
Yeah,
delivery,
yeah.
And-
Segue.
yeah, and we can just say transition. Don't say segue.
It's the same thing.
Okay. Creativity, delivery, and transition.
Yeah.
Cool. What were you saying?
I'm saying,
Transition was an 8. I'll give it that. 8.
yeah,
Solid
I'll
transition.
say about 9.
Delivery.
Delivery,
Still same monotone, still the same tone as I'd say like a 5.
I'll say an 8
Mhm.
because it works with his video.
No,
That's
but if you
literally
think-
how
if
it
you-
delivers.
no, I know, but
everything.
if you think about it with the internet historian,
Yeah, because that's how
changing his
internet
whole
historian
tone.
delivers
Okay,
his
cool.
ads.
Maybe that's the standards I'm holding it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm holding it to he has to make the ad pop and creativity.
No, he doesn't have to make the ad pop. He has to make the ad work with his videos.
This is why we are ranking it separately. What is your creativity?
Creativity, I'd give it about a 4. It wasn't really creative
Okay,
per se.
I respect that. I
Because it was
respect
just
that.
more informative. than
Very
creative.
freaking finally. You made a good analysis. So 4, 8, and 8 for you, yeah?
Yeah.
That's too high, first of all. You gave it a 20 out of 30?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What do you mean?
Mine's like a 15 out of 30. It's an average ad.
That's your opinion. What do you mean it's an
No,
average ad?
like 17.
He wasn't
yeah,
just up in
17.
here like just freaking reading from a script. He actually
definitely
put in-
was.
Yeah, but he actually he didn't sound like he was. Is my point?
Yeah.
like he put in work to make it sound natural, to make it work
Yeah,
with the video.
Which is why I gave him a 5 because he
Kind of
sounded
tied it
like,
back to like what he was previously.
That's why I
talking
gave him a
about.
5 because he sounded
Not
like
just-
what he normally
Not
does.
just spewing information at us.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like he could have just easily just been up here like, speaking of, NordVPN,
cool, yeah,
NordVPN
yeah,
is
okay, cool,
this.
yeah.
Oh, you can get it's region lock.
Okay. I'm still sticking with
saying.
17.
Back to the video.
This is what we do, guys.
Eating, sleeping, and drinking all take a back
Writing
seat
it
to the
down in
male's
my
goal of
notes.
multiplying without a calculator. And the male doesn't exactly limit himself to just one partner in the kitchen. Males are able to do this thanks to an increase of steroids in the blood that gives him the energy to cook for so long, while also fighting any other chefs that try to enter his kitchen. But these steroids also nerf the anti-kinus' immune system and can even lead to ulcers. In its simplest form, he literally screws himself over. And even though breeding season's 3 months, about 2 to 3 weeks into his cooking bender, the anti-kinus is already knocking on his
I'm writing it
door.
down. I'm writing
By
it
this
down.
time,
Don't worry.
he's dehydrated, starving, probably sick, and his body's falling apart as the steroids in his blood now poison him.
Oh,
The
snap.
constant high levels of testosterone means the stress hormone cortisol never gets shut off. Eventually, it reaches toxic levels that destroys the anti-kinus from the inside as it now bleeds out internally. Like a kid with allergies, the male literally dies for and by the nut. Also, this all happens before the anti-kinus is a year old, meaning in about one trip around the sun, his future
Oh,
children will
God.
be experiencing post-acorn clarity in the past tense just like him. Now, you're probably wondering how evolution didn't go ahead and patch this nonsense out. Well, one, the anti-kinus already has a low lifespan, with males having an expiration date of about 11 months and females being lucky if they live long enough to see 2 birthdays. So it actually makes sense for the male to invest everything to knock up as many females as possible if he's going to be dead by the next season anyway. That way, he has a better chance of passing on his genes, even if it means he flatlines before Father's Day. And even though he ghosts a mother in the most literal way possible, she actually has a better chance of raising his children if there's one less male around to take up extra resources. But the anti-kinus isn't the only animal on that kind of timing. Squidward is
Bro, it's actually crazy how many like animals and species
Yeah,
there
they're
are.
just
Because I'm
in
like,
and out.
I've never heard of an
No.
anti-kindness
Yeah.
until today.
Yeah, but isn't it crazier that they're just in and out?
What do you mean?
Like they live like a year,
I
maybe two.
mean, yeah, like relative to like
Yeah,
our lifespans, yeah, then yeah,
they
it's
just
crazy.
bang bang.
And then they're just done. Like,
There's a
I'm
lot
out.
of things, and one of them is a virgin. We know that because if he wasn't, he'd likely be dead. Male octopus have been recorded falling into a catatonic, borderline in the neighborhood of dementia-like state shortly after mating. Specifically, the male giant Pacific octopus will stop eating and lose weight. Not in like the cutting for summer kind of way, since octopus don't store body fat, instead they'll metabolize their own muscles to stay alive. Without food, the he octopus is a perfect candidate for infection as his immune system folds on him just like his will to live. Often these males start having white lesions appear all over their body. The end game is the male either starves to death, gets ripped apart by a predator, or gets factory reset by a fatal virus. Sometimes his date will cut out the middleman completely by hashtagging him herself by strangling him. And not in a fun way either. Speaking of the mother, once her nursery of eggs finally hatches, it won't be long before they both link up in the afterlife. And you would think pulling a hit and quit on life would be a great way to get your entire population subtracted by evolution, but there is a trade-off. The anti-kindness and the octopus are both semoparous. The SparkNose version is semoparity means you get one chance to spread your seed and reproduce, and then it's curtains. You get one chance to do the most, and then you become a Facebook post. Semoparous animals have way more children, and with the parents all mass uninstalling after they're born, the next generation has less competition to deal with. Semoparity is why the anti-kindness
Oh my goodness.
trying, and why the male octopus has nothing to live for after he cashes in his V card. They actually did this joke on TV. That's crazy.
Yeah.
An octopus can have up to 50,000 eggs, and
They did it on
only need 2 of them to
Futurama
live
as
long
well.
enough to keep the cycle going. I mean, hell, Marlon started with 400 of them. Only one made it to the credits, and we still call it a happy ending. Another advantage of semoparity is that the animals do have a shorter lifespan, but they can reproduce a lot faster. An octopus can be born on New Year's, have a midlife crisis in May, kids in August, and be a hashtag before Christmas. Now that's a
Dang.
the octopus 3 years or older is just overachieving at that point. A mother elephant can raise a baby for 10 years and have a clan of hyenas erase all that in 10 seconds if her back is turned. Speaking of which, on the other side we have Unorthodox animals. Sounding way too much like AP Environmental, but basically what you need to remember is case-selected species are animals like elephants, whales, and us. R-selected are the animals that live fast and expire young, like the anti-kindness octopus, and another good example is salmon. I showed this picture earlier for a reason. They go on a Hannah Baker mission that ends with half of them either starving, tapping out to an infection that the stress of the jihad causes, or just meeting the business end of a bear. The payoff is they can spawn and fertilize thousands of eggs before the exit stage left.
I think you said tuna. I'm not sure.
Have less kids but spend more time raising them, and for all their effort, they get renewed for many more seasons of life. The R's are smaller, have way more kids but are a lot less involved, and they're usually the ones that get uppercut by evolution. The best example is probably the Luna moth since, as you already know, they literally don't have a mouth. It's not like they're born without. Nature just snatches it from them when they become adults.
Nature said
They have
nope.
about 2 weeks to live and reproduce and only survive off whatever energy they stored as caterpillars. Once that runs out, so does their free trial to life.
So can they not reproduce?
That's
as
the
a
mad
caterpillar
place to
then?
pause it, bro. That's
But it can also include caterpillars either, which again includes us. Because there is an
there you
evolution.
go.
Can they not reproduce as a caterpillar then? I'm assuming they can't reproduce while they're a caterpillar.
Oh.
That's kind of sad though, because then it's like I have all this time in the world to reproduce while I'm a caterpillar. I'm like, I can't. But then as soon as it's up, but it's like, hey, you got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks. You're getting evicted after 2 weeks.
Risk in investing so much time and energy in just one kid. That's a lot of effort for something that can end up just being a walking birth control ad. We tell our kids they can be anything when they grow up, but what happens when that kid decides to be a piece of The competition for mating is much more cutthroat for K species. Going back to elephants, mothers can spend over a decade raising a single calf. That's after being
10
pregnant for
years.
22 months. When you're carrying a life for a couple weeks
22
short of 2
months of
years, you're going to
pregnant.
do everything in your power to make
Yeah,
sure
that's
the baby you're
ridiculous.
carrying isn't 50% scrub. Which is why when a female African elephant's in heat, every eligible male bachelor in the area will run fades with each other. Sometimes
Crap.
until there's one less elephant. And since the female elephant might not be available for another 5 years, down bad bulls will bury each other if they have to. In the end, it's the strongest bull that gets to be the father, which gives the baby the best genetic chance of survival. But it also means some males get blue-balled in the process. And probably red pill too. Long story short, whether you're a horny hamster, 12,000-pound white knight, or a cashier with a crotch worm for a nose, life is pain no matter what you are. But it's a little less painful when you're sponsored by NordVPN. Shout out to them again. For more consistent content, make sure to follow my TikTok and Instagram since I try to post daily on both. To see videos before anyone else does, be sure to join my Patreon.
Got
Other
you.
than that, drink water, hug your mother. Don't like and don't subscribe, because if you really wanted
right?
to, you
No,
would
he
have
said
done it
hug your
by now. And you're
mother.
a good one. Oh, and be glad you're not an octopus.
I'm a mother. No drama.
Anyway, guys, we hope you guys
Nightmare.
enjoyed that. That was really good. As usual, we all
It's very educational. Exactly what we planned. Once again, very educational. If this is like, I can't flash it properly. I feel like it's at the light.
stop doing that. You're making it lose focus.
Ooh. Anyways, guys, that's been Unorthodox Reactions. We've
Cold.
been to Legoland people, and thank you for checking in.
Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all the good stuff.
Yeah,
Comment
all that
reaction
stuff.
suggestions below, and we'll see you
In the
in
next
the
one.
next one in a
Peace.
bit.